Mary! Welcome to Lesson 4 of Knit of the Month Club. In this video you're going to learn the second basic stitch in knitting, which is called the purl stitch. So once again, we have 10 stitches cast on to this needle, and I've transferred it to my right hand into my left, and I'm going to take the empty needle in my right hand. So do you remember in the knitting video how the working yarn was behind this needle and we inserted this empty needle from left to right, and then this needle went behind the needle with all of the unknit stitches on there? Well, for purling, we're going to do pretty much the exact opposite of all those things I just said. So you're going to want the yarn to be in front, and you can watch the video on knitting tension that I just whipped up if you want to see how I hold the yarn. And okay, so you're going to want the yarn to be in front of this needle. Instead of inserting the needle from left to right into these stitches, you're going to insert it from right to left. And instead of this needle going behind the needle with the unpurled stitches, you're going to be inserting it so that this empty needle is going to be in front. So, with all those things in mind, here is how the purl stitch works. You're going to have this yarn in front, and you're going to insert this needle from right to left, and it's going to be in front of this needle. So once again, you're going to yarn over, so you're going to bring this in counterclockwise motion around, and you're going to this time go front to back, and you're still going to slide this loop off the needle, and there is your first purl stitch. And I'll show you again. So you're going to bring the yarn around, yarn over, and you're going to slide that off the needle. My kitten is climbing on the table, so this is about to get very interesting. Here she comes. Let's see if she leaves the yarn to live another day, or if she decides that that is too much. So we're yarning over, and you're taking this off the needle. So you've got 4 stitches here, and you've got 6 stitches here, so we're all good. And again, as in the knitting video, you're welcome to just kind of pull these apart to create a little bit of room. Tension's really hard to maintain for a while when you start knitting, I found. And it's the same with crocheting, but you'll get used to it. And you're gonna, you can lift these needles up a little bit. Let me see if you can hear this click. Do you hear that? That sort of tells me, okay, the yarn's through and these needles are touching needle, not yarn that's stuck in between those and isn't going to work out. So two more, and the last one, and just pull that off, and you can pull on these a little bit, just tighten down the tension a little bit, and there is your row of purled stitches. Now I'll show you how to switch over and do another row. So this is your empty needle now, so it's going to go on your right. You're going to turn this around, and you're going to flip this yarn over here so that you want it to be on the bottom, you don't want it to be sticking out the top because that's not going to be very useful. So this is your tail end, and here you are with the 10 stitches again in your left hand. You can tighten that down, and I'll purl another row just so you can see how it works again. And as always, if you have any questions, just leave a comment or get in touch with me in some other way, and I'll do my best to answer it. I'm not an expert knitter, but I hope that I'll be able to answer any questions that you have. So again, we're going right to left. This needle is going to be in front, yarn over, down and to the right and pull off. So there we go, yarn over, and let me tilt the needle so you can see it's going right like that. And you're gonna slip off. Oops. And this is your last purl stitch. And tighten those down, and ta-da! And as you can see, basically, just as for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, when you are purling on one side, what's happening on the opposite side is you're creating a knit stitch. So, this is what a purl stitch looks like. It's that little ridge bumpy thing going around like that. Not considered to be terribly attractive. So that's what you just created on this side of the yarn, on the work. But if you flip it over, you've created knit stitches. Do you see the V's? And if you look here, you see the bumps. Well, actually, sorry, it will be on this side. You see the bumps again. You see the V's. So there you go. That is how you do a purl stitch.